Hello everyone, this is Al Kabir, the analyst, and today I want to talk about Isaac Seumalo, TJ Edwards. They hot on the market, but it's time for those rookies, last year rookies, to step up, man. And also, I want to talk about Seth Joyner. You know, he had a great interview. You know how much Eagles fans don't like Dan Sileo, but he had a great interview with Dan Sileo, and Sileo asked the question, would you be DC for the Eagles? He said in a heartbeat. But man, I don't know about Seth Joyner as a DC, but when he said linebacker coach, I agree with that. But let's get into it, man. Long intro. I hate long intros, but let's just get into it. Let's talk Seth Joyner. Seth Joyner, no Eagles legend. He played for other teams, of course, but he's Philly at heart. You know, he do Philly media. He speak his mind. Some things I agree with him, some things I disagree with him about. But you know, a lot of fans ask, should he be DC? You know, I heard even like Brian Dawkins, like a lot of people just naming Eagles legends as defensive coordinator. When I hear stuff like that, I try to use the Michael Jordan analogy, right? Michael Jordan was one hell of a player. One hell of a player. People got him number one, number two, top five. If he's not in your top five, you're insane. I just got to say that. But he's one of the worst owners in the NBA. How can the best player to ever play be one of the worst owners in the NBA as far as evaluating talent? And I say the same thing about, it's just something about great players and evaluating talent. It usually just don't work. And that's how I feel about like a Brian Dawkins. Now, Brian Dawkins, if you want to come in first, take baby steps like a Seth Joyner, then cool, but great players usually not the best. It's usually those role players that's really good. Like, he's a star, he's a good role player, he's probably not going to make it. For whatever reason, role players, because maybe they ain't had the talent, but they had to outsmart people to get in the league. As though Brian Dawkins, he just physically gifted and he got the talent. A lot of guys not built like that, but a role player can see it. So they usually better at those positions. So let me get into Seth Joyner. Never been to DC, far as with my knowledge, if he has been, cook me in the comments. But my knowledge, I've never seen him as a DC or call plays live. But now, if you want to take baby steps, like, yeah, I'm going to coach the linebackers, let me get them right, and then step into that role, gain the experience working under a DC, I agree with that. That's one of my reasons why I don't want, we interviewing a lot of DB coaches. I don't want them, because it's not a rebuild year. I don't want one of those dudes to come in and be a DC. Like I said, if it was a rebuild year, yeah, experiment a bit. But nah, this ain't the year to do it. Yeah, we losing players, this and that, and I'm just segue right into Isaac Seumalo. Seumalo might be gone. Over the cap, that website got him getting paid around 12, 13 million, which he deserved. You got Jurgens. Jurgens is starting no matter what. Jurgens is starting this year. It's either going to be at center if Kelsey retire, or it's going to be at guard if Kelsey stay, and you got to take Isaac Seumalo's spot. So I think Jurgens could step in just like Landon Dickerson. A lot of people forget we drafted Landon Dickerson to be the next center. But Jason Kelsey ended up staying another year because, as he said, he trusts Hurts. He really trusts Hurts. Like, man, for us to get into the playoffs with this team, I'm going to give it one more shot. And I think that was the right call because he made it to the Super Bowl. We lost, but you made it to the Super Bowl. So do we believe we can do it again? That's what Kelsey's not coming back to lose. He's just not doing it. So, Jurgens, you got to step up, man. Got to step up. But when I seen him in the preseason, practice and little things I seen, I'm like, he'll step in just fine. Just fine, man. And I got to say this is the only one I'm worried about because TJ Edwards, a lot of people saying he got exposed in the Super Bowl, but we used the slippery field for the defensive line. Got to use it for the linebackers, too. It's a couple times I seen our linebackers slip. And Travis Kelce is Travis Kelce. Like, safeties, nickel corners. Hell, sometimes number ones can't even guard Kelsey. So him getting cooked by Kelsey a couple times, expected. Definitely expected. Him being outsmarted by Patrick Mahomes a couple times, expected. Like, come on. He's hot on the market, but now we got to worry about Nakobe Dean. And my only thing with Nakobe Dean is he durable? He's a smaller guy. I believe he's going to put on a lot of weight, but can he handle those 300-pounders just hitting him every single game for 18 weeks straight? Like, can he handle that? We know he's smart. We know he know how to command the defense, but the physicality, can he handle it? I say yeah, and if he can, we got a superstar on our hands, man. We got a superstar on our hands. So my fear is that we're not going to only lose Kazir White. We're going to lose T.J. Edwards because somebody going to try to pay him that bag. Somebody going to try to pay him that bag, and it's either he going to be like, man, look, I got an opportunity to win here, or I'm going to go to this team because they paying that bag. And I won't be mad at him. Take the bag. You're only in the league for a couple years, but it's just once in a lifetime to win too. So it's like you stuck in between the two. Most of the times you're going to take your money. Just got to keep it real. So I won't be mad at Isaac Seumalo league because I have been hearing a lot of Dolphins fans like, yo, we want Seumalo. My problem with Seumalo, my only problem with him is like penalties here and there. You know, we talk about the Hurts fumble a lot, but the quote-unquote automatic that they about to get rid of and which we was about to run, Seumalo jumped off sides. I mean, false start, whatever you want to call it. He did that. That was so underrated. What happened is crazy. Like, literally nobody really mentions it at all. No, like I said, I'm not surprised both of those guys are hot. Even like I didn't put this in the thumbnail. Like even a Javon Hargrave, bruh. We drafted you in the first round, Jordan Davis. You gotta get this done. I want a Kyle Hamilton. It is what it is. I'm over that because we got C.J. Gardner-Johnson. But, man, we need you to be a better pass rusher. We get it, could stop the run, could clog the lanes. But, man, we really need you to be a better pass rusher. And can you play a certain amount of snaps? We really don't know. But now, and I'm pretty sure, knowing Howie, he's going to grab another defensive tackle. If we use our draft picks, both first rounders, and don't trade one, he's going to get another defensive tackle. It's going to happen. But let me wrap this up. It went longer than expected. But, hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel about T.J. Edwards? Nakobe Dean, can he step up? Can Jurgens step up? Seth Joyner? And also, prayers up for Avonte Maddox, too, man. He getting surgery today, so I guess the ankle was as bad as people said. But this is Al Kabir, the analyst.